of you is I am rich. Are you with me so far?
Yes, and yes.
Streaming audience, are you there?
Yes.
Dawn Miller typed in I am peace. Now see, what may be happening around Dawn right now is that it's total confusion. But in the midst of total confusion, Dawn has typed in I am peace. Why? Because that's the truth of her.
Yes.
What she's looking at with these physical eyes, that's the lie. That's the illusion. And what happens, we get caught up in the illusion and forgot who we are or who we were. Amen. Who we are. Let me say that. Let's put that in the present tense. Amen. And so you've got to become full of the feeling that I am God. Now, don't get carried away here. Just stay with me. That I am God. Now you're not God in person. We're not talking about that. But you're God in spirit. Well, how can you say that, prophetess? Because you're made of the very same stuff that God is made of. Because when God created man, he did what? He breathed the breath of life into his nostrils.
Yeah.
So the very breath, the very spirit that's in God, he began to breathe in you. And man became a living soul. So you can say that because you are your father's child. Just like you wouldn't say you were different than your mother, you're of that same lineage, or your father, you're of that same lineage. You wouldn't put yourself separate or apart from that. Well, same with God. So you can claim that same I am nature. Amen. Now, you're not going to be God in personality, no. We're not talking about that. But God in spirit. Are you with me so far? Anybody want to say anything before I go on? I am going somewhere.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah. You know, Prophetess Kelly,
Yes.
you know, this is powerful because it is talking about the I am that resides on the inside of you. And even the scripture that you looked at here, let the weak say that I am strong. You know, that's available on the inside. You have to do is be aware of it and begin to stand in that awareness, not, as Prophetess Kelly said, not what your facts are dictating to you, but the awareness of the truth. And the truth is because the real you is spirit. So you are perfect, whole, and complete in every way. There's no lack in you. You really are everything that God is in spirit. And your awareness, the I am, is really, that's where your connection is to that awareness of that God part on the inside. You know, God is not sick. God is not broke. And so all you're doing when you say I am is you're connecting to that God part, that perfect wholeness on the inside of you. And that's what your awareness is attaching to. And then that's what comes forth in your life.
Amen. See, where we get hung up is that we don't realize that I am can rearrange or manifest himself in many forms. See, I am has manifested himself in Prophetess Cynthia. I am has manifested himself in Prophetess Mary Jordan. I am has manifested himself in Carolyn Huff in the chat room. Are you with me? I am is able to rearrange himself in many different forms. Amen. And so your concept of I am secure, I am loved, determines the world in which you live. What you have said you are is what it is, or where it is that you are living right now. Now, I want you to look around wherever you are and see your surroundings. Know that I am in you has created all of that. Amen. Regardless of what it is, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you're trying to change it, it's all what you, the I am, has created. Amen. Some of you saying, you know what, I know that's all. This is not what I created. I was put in this mess. Nope, you did it. The I am in you created it. The I am in you manifested it. Because you begin to think on those things. You begin to make yourself one with the things that you have surrounded yourself with. And consequently, or I won't say consequently, and you now are residing in it. Amen. And so whatever it is then that you are in, you have an opportunity, and this is what I love about the I am, to begin to raise it to another level if you don't like it. And if you do like it, you continue to repeat it, and guess what? It'll continue to be in your experience. Because whatever you say as I am will be. Amen. Are we together? Yes, Mother.
Prophetess Kelly, when you were just talking about I am created, whatever you're in. So that's letting you know that since you can always, if you don't like what you're in, you can recreate it. You can make it over. I don't like what I see. I don't like what is around me. So then create. atmosphere that you like
Recreate.
around you. You have that authority. Why sit there and wallow in that something you don't like? When God has given you the power to say, I am God. I am strong. I am, So when you don't do that, you're just ignoring what God has made you.
Amen. That's good, Mother. Because if you don't like it, you can recreate it, because I am in you is a creator. I want you to write that in the chat room. I am in me is a creator. I am in me is a creator. And so you've got to realize that every situation that you find yourself in, I am in you has created that. You don't like that situation, create it again. Amen. Let me give you an example. You know the story as they went down to the potter's house, Prophet Thompson. And they went down to the potter's house, and they began to put the clay on the wheel. And as they began to mold the clay, it became marred in the hands of the potter. In other words, he was trying to create a vessel, but somehow near it wasn't creating like he wanted to. Some of you are in situations that you created, but right now it's not the thing you want. Can I tell you what the potter did?
What did he do?
He began to make another vessel.
Yeah.
He didn't continue to try to work with that. He just stopped the whole thing and made another vessel.
Ooh.
You mean he shut the show down?
He shut it down.
Yeah.
Closed the curtain, lights out, doors closed. This show is over.
And you know why he did that?
Why did he do that, Prophet?
Because in the seed lies the energy of life, that the pureness of the life can come forth again.
Yes. Yes. Say that again. I got that.
In
Say
the
that
seed
again.
lies the pure energy of life, that the fullness of it can come again. We're always outliving that which does not meet the mark. Because there's a very nature of God on the inside of you. God don't get upset because we didn't meet the mark the first time.
No.
He just gives us space and time to elevate beyond our previous experience. And if we can see God as the eternal Father that allows it that way, then we can be the second Adam of our day.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And that's what God is calling you to do this evening. Amen. You're going to become the I am so that you can create again another vessel. Amen. You don't like every one of us has something that we've created that we're not happy with. Everybody.
You know, somehow we have to dispel the human notion that we're imperfect.
Yes. Yes.
And believe the truth that God made you perfect, whole, complete, and divine. And that innate nature, it is in us as a seed. If you let it be, it will prove itself true.
Because there's life in the seed.
Life in the seed.
Jesus. Okay. We all together? This is good. Yes,
I just want to comment. You know, you always have the opportunity. God never took choice away from us to choose.
No.
You always have the opportunity, and you're made in the image and likeness of God, so everything is really available to you. But you get to choose what you're going to have, and your I am, what you connect it with, that's how you make your choices. So you can have, rich, or you can have poor. God doesn't stop you. He says it's all here available. Just like if the potter makes something and doesn't like it, just starts again and creates something else. You have that same ability always to keep choosing and creating something. You don't like what you created the first time, you have to first take ownership to realize that you created it and nobody else did it to you or for you. But if you don't like what shows up, if you don't like what you presented, you just start all over, scratch it, and create something else. It's all about choice and options. God has given you, with His Spirit on the inside of you, the ability to create anything that you want.
Anything.
But you're choosing what you're going to have. You're choosing, and I like the way the Master Prophet always says this, from the shopping cart of the universe, you're picking what you're going to have, what you're going to select. You might select something, you might say, that's rotten. That's not, that doesn't taste good. That's lack. It doesn't feel good. Let me put that back and choose something else. And so it really is all about you and what you choose through your I amness, because whatever you say I am to, that is how you choose. That is the choice that you've made.
So, Prophetess Kelly, so
Yes.
what I'm hearing here is that we always have an opportunity to reinvent ourselves,
Oh, absolutely.
to recreate ourselves, to recreate situations,
Yes.
to recreate circumstances.
Yes.
So that means in 2009, for the streaming audience who's listening, who did